Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. And you'll hold your horses. Let's not take it to the stupidest. Teofimo Lopez stealing the show right now? And is he going to show up and show out when he gets in the ring with Arnold Barboza? That's the question. Now, I'm going to tell you, just at a quick glance, Arnold Barboza Jr., 32 wins, only 11 KOs, people. Only 11 knockouts. What's up with that? But he's undefeated. 5'9", 72-inch reach. He gets busy. Now, for those people who are looking at this saying, damn, Teofimo Lopez is going to walk through him. He only has 11 knockouts. That means he has pillow fists. Devin Haney hits harder than Arnold Barboza Jr. Well, we got to understand a few things before we want to sit there and throw shade at him. He got in there and clipped Jack Catterall. Now, it went to decision, but he won. Now, I'm going to tell you, Jack Catterall can fight. You don't just get in there and beat Jack Catterall if you're a tomato can, okay? Because Jack Catterall is far from a tomato can. But Barboza did the business. Before that, he fought Ramirez. Ramirez is who's fighting Devin Haney. Ramirez was undefeated, and he was able to go 10 rounds and lose by unanimous decision to Barboza. But that being said, when you take a look at Barboza, and as we scroll down, you see Pedraza and some of these other names I'm familiar with, but some of y'all may not be familiar with. The bottom line is, Barboza can do the business, but I don't know if he has the power to hurt a guy like Teo, unless he just catches him real clean. See, the problem is, when you start looking at Teofimo Lopez, now you're talking about 21 wins, 13 KOs, 1 loss, okay? 61% KO ratio, he's 5'9", 68-inch reach. A bit of a difference there when it comes to the reach. Let me go back up here. Barboza has a 72-inch reach. Teofimo is 68.5. Now, this could be a bit of an issue. You're talking about just a little bit under 4 inches different in reach. And Barboza Jr. can box. He knows how to use his reach. He knows how to use his jab. And he knows how to control the distance and the range. The problem is Teofimo Lopez is super athletic. Now, let's understand something as well with Teofimo Lopez as we come down. I want to put some things into perspective here. When you take a look at Teofimo Lopez, let's just go right here. Let's start with Nakatani. He went in there with Nakatani, got unanimous decision over 12. Nakatani was taller and longer. Comey, taller and longer. Teofimo got him out of there. Lomachenko, probably a little bit smaller, arms not as long, but Teofimo did the business in a fight that, I'm going to be honest, not many people probably expected him to win in the fashion that he did. But Lomachenko, he lost too many of the early rounds, and when he did start to put his foot on the gas, he just wasn't able to close the show because Teofimo was fighting back. Now, I will say Teofimo looked spectacular against Comey and Lomachenko because he had Joey Gamache in his corner helping his dad out. And since Joey Gamache left, Teofimo hasn't looked that great. But Joey Gamache bounced. That's when Teofimo fought Kambosos Jr. And Kambosos Jr. got the win by split decision, the biggest win of Kambosos Jr.'s career. And I personally think he got that win because Teofimo Lopez had to maintain the weight of 135 pounds for months. And you just don't get down to 135 pounds and hold it. You get there for a moment in time, then you immediately rehydrate. Teofimo didn't have that luxury because the fight kept getting pushed back and rescheduled and issues with Triller and Top Rank. And it just a shit sandwich that really started to stink. Anyway, he gets done with Kambosos and he says, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and bubble up to 140 pounds. Now he's fighting Pedro Campa. Got in that fight, got the TKO in the 7th round. Many people felt the fight could have continued. Fought Sando Martin. It went 12 rounds. Many people felt that it went 10 rounds. People felt that Sando Martin got robbed. Fought Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor obviously shouldn't have been at 140 pounds anymore, but Teo did the business. He looked spectacular. Fought Jermaine Ortiz in the fight. I thought it was for Ortiz to win, but Ortiz wasn't letting his hands go enough. Teo got the decision over 12. Fought Claggett in a tough fight, but Teofimo got the win. Now he's about to fight Barboza Jr. I'm telling you, this is going to be a tough fight. But if Teofimo can get in there and and display his supreme athleticism and find a way to negate that damn near 4-inch reach advantage that and the confidence that Barboza is bringing to the ring. Teofimo Lopez he's going to shut up a lot of naysayers because there's so many guys at 140 pounds for Teofimo Lopez to fight. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think Teo needs to take it one at a time. And as far as him going up to 147, he can do what he wants. But I don't know if Teofimo's done enough to start saying he only wants big money fights now. I don't think he's done enough yet. I know people are going to say, well, he's the lineal champion, 135, 140. What are you talking about? Well, talking about how he's looked at 140. He hasn't looked that spectacular. Okay? And let's just be real. That's the truth. Now, if he goes up to 147 chasing the Boots fight or tries to go to 154, which Crawford will never come back to 154. Crawford has 2 fights left. Could be 2 fights with Canelo, and he's done. All right? Crawford's done. He told Virgil Ortiz that. I got 2 more fights and I'm out of here. He'll never come back to 154. So Crawford is planned. He has planned his exit strategy. But that being said, some people feel that Arnold Barboza, he should have had an exit strategy for this fight because they feel like he's just not qualified and he doesn't have a style to beat Teofimo Lopez. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what Barboza has to do to get people to put some respect on his name. I really don't know what they want this guy to do, man. But to me, it's a matter of strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And when you start taking a look at what are the strengths of Barboza, what are the weaknesses, what opportunities present themselves for Teofimo Lopez, and what are the threats that Barboza brings to the ring, that's what Teofimo's team's going to have to figure out. Barboza's strengths, high volume puncher. He's mentally strong. He can't. If he hits you, he can hurt you. He don't have the one-hitter quitter, and he has momentum going. He has a great team, and I think he's bigger. And I want to say he's stronger than Teofimo, but we're going to find out if that's even going to matter when they get in the ring this weekend. Now, for Barboza looking at Teo does everything, man. This man, he's got speed, he's got power, he's got athleticism, he's got a sound skill set, and he has confidence going into this fight. And his energy seems to be much better. I know he has stuff going on in his personal life, but to me, that's what both teams need to be looking at, man. You know, the strengths, the weaknesses, opportunities, and threat. Analyze that, and then I think he gives himself an even better chance of making the fight competitive. But what I will tell you is, for Teofimo Lopez, him last fighting in June of 2024 against Claggett, look, Teo needs to fight people that's going to give him more of a threat. And he's finally doing it here with Claggett. Not with Claggett, with Barboza. But we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see. Somebody was saying this is a classic Mexican against a Puerto Rican. I'm like, who the Puerto Rican? Because Barboza ain't no damn Puerto Rican, and Teofimo's not Puerto Rican. So people just throw bullshit to the wall, see if it sticks. Nobody's even talking about the Mexican against the American fight. They're both American, but one Mexican, heritage, one Honduran heritage. So it doesn't matter. But I want to see if Lopez is going to be able to cut that ring off and apply pressure and work the body of Barboza, because Barboza is going to be coming at him. If Teofimo, if he's to have, I think, a really good chance of making this fight easy, I think he needs to invest in that body early on Barboza to slow him down. If he doesn't slow him down, Teofimo can find himself under a lot of pressure and moving around that ring more than what he wants, and Barboza can steal rounds. But what's interesting about all that is Lopez is really good, whether he's on the front foot, back foot, with sharpshooting. You see, that's the thing about Teofimo Lopez. He's very good at sharpshooting, and the only thing I see that could be a concern for Teofimo Lopez is his activity level. It seems like he really opens up when he's comfortable. He has you hurt, but other than that, it's more 1 or 2 single shots, pop shot, and moving around when he has somebody who can put effective pressure on him, and that's what Barboza is going to do. But anyway, man, I'm kind of siding with Teofimo on this, but I just have a feeling If Teofimo is not on his A game, he's going to find himself losing by points because Barboza is going to be bringing that fight to him. So for me, Teo should push that jab out and go to the body. And I think other opportunities will open up. For Barboza, man, keep that jab and pressure on him. Jab and pressure, cut the ring off, go to the body. Don't just go for headshots because Teofimo's good at moving his head, but it has to be a combined attack. Upstairs, downstairs, cutting the ring off, putting that pressure on him. And you can't let Teofimo Lopez get in the groove. You can't let him get in the rhythm. When he starts doing that, then you see Teofimo Lopez start doing all this jumping around the ring, Superman uppercuts and all kind of. He started having fun in the ring. Barboza's in trouble. He cannot allow him to do that. Anyway, Teofimo Lopez is stealing the show outside the ring with his theatrics and WWE bullshit and wearing masks. Let's see if he steals the show inside the ring on Friday night. Keep cool. I'm in the breeze.